To another Hangout on Air. My name is Sinead and I'm on the AdWords team in Dublin, and we're lucky enough to be joined by one of our video specialists, Elle, and we're excited to talk to you about the power of video, which is actually part of our ongoing series Beyond the Text Ad. Today we're using our new Q&A app feature to the right, so if you're watching this live from our Google Plus page, please feel free to ask us any questions and we'll get to them at the end. If you're watching this live on YouTube, then we will have a timestamp after the video, and you'll be able to skip around to the parts that actually interest you the most. Overall, what I would say is, if you have any questions, please feel free to pop over to our Google Plus page to ask a question at any stage, and there will always be somebody there to answer. Elle, over to you.
All right, thanks, Sinead, for that very flattering intro. As Sinead said, I work on the team here in Dublin as well, on the AdWords team, particularly as a video specialist and setting up video campaigns. So today I came on to talk to you guys about why you should consider advertising with video, what formats are available in AdWords, and how to get the targeting right. So what we'll do near the end as well is run through a quick demo with you how to actually create a video campaign in AdWords. So just to get things started, a lot of small, medium businesses don't consider video advertising. TV advertising tends to be very expensive, but videos are the most engaging way to tell your story to customers. They really introduce people to your business in a much deeper way than a text ad could, or even an image ad can really tell. If you think about the great ads that you would talk about with your friends and family, they're never really images that you've seen in the paper or in a magazine. They're usually a TV ad that you found funny, informative, or really inspirational. And these days, you don't really need very fancy equipment anymore to create videos. So your video ad could be a quick how-to video, a customer testimonial, or just a short guide and introduce yourself to people and people who come to your shop. So just a quick example: if you're a local butcher, you could do a short guide on maybe how to prepare a really great steak. That way, you're kind of helping people out with a really interesting video, and you're also promoting your store as a local butcher. You could even do maybe a short video showing people whereabout on the high street you are. Nothing is going to communicate your location on the high street like a video. It's much more informative, much more meaningful to the audience than a text ad is. So, considering if you want to do a video ad, why would you do it on YouTube? Well, 800 million people come to YouTube each month, and daily that adds up to 4 billion views a day. So that's a really, really big audience. It is a very big audience. It's not that YouTube is small compared to TV. You're going to reach a lot of people on YouTube. And advertising on TV, as we said earlier, can be quite expensive, so a lot of businesses don't consider it. But when you use YouTube, you only pay when a viewer chooses to watch your video, and the targeting can be really specific, so you can get down to just your hometown, for instance. The other benefit that's built into anything on AdWords, of course, is that mobile is already thought about. YouTube is watched by people on the phone and on their tablet devices, and that's all built in with YouTube and advertising on AdWords. All right. So there's a little bit here about creating your first video. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail on this Hangout. There is a lot of information online on how you can put a really good video together. There's a lot of suggestions for creating funny videos or creating how-tos. The example I mentioned before is something as simple as something you could shoot in your own kitchen if you just wanted to show customers how to make a really great steak, for example. But what we're going to do next is actually go through, and assuming you have your video intact, we'll go to a demo account and actually show you how to put that campaign together in AdWords. So this is my demo account here. This is how you come into AdWords usually. You've got your text campaigns usually here on the side. And once you're in the Campaigns tab, first time you do this, you're going to want to come here and start a new campaign. And you're going to see the option here for an online video campaign. And you're going to want to click this. Just let this load for a second. Okay, so it's taken straight into our very first new video campaign. I'm just going to name this video campaign so I know what it's for, and I'm going to set my budget. Okay. As we said, location options are really flexible with video ads in AdWords. So if you've done a text campaign already, you'll be familiar with this kind of thing. But just for people who haven't, we'll just do an example. So if I'm based in London, I just do a search here, London, and I can see it comes up straight away. I just click on it to add it in. I'm not going to change the language settings. But what I am going to be asked to do here is choose the video for my ad. Now, what you will notice is that the video needs to be on YouTube. Of course, you're advertising on YouTube, but not only that, your video itself needs to be hosted on YouTube. But assuming we've got it uploaded already, we're just going to click this. It's just going to load for a moment. Okay, being asked to refresh the page, so I'll just try that. Being asked to do everything again, but that's okay. Technical issues happen at Google too. Okay, so that came up pretty quickly. It's going to ask us to find our channel, so I already know I want something from the Learn with Google channel. Sinead did a great top tip video earlier in the week, so I'm going to try and find that here. It's actually found Google Ads. Okay, well, we'll just pick one of these, since all of these are relevant. So if we pick this video, and if this is my ad, the next bit here is we're going to be asked to choose our ad formats. Now, by default, we recommend just going for all the formats, but I'll just walk you through quickly what the 3 different ones are. The common one, the really popular one at the moment, is in-stream. This is when you see a video start just before the video you want to watch on YouTube. This is known quite a lot as the skippable ad, because it gives the viewer 5 seconds to decide if they actually want to watch the ad or not, and after 5 seconds they can skip it. And don't worry, if they do skip, you don't pay for this at all. Advertisers don't pay for this. So it really creates a very valuable experience for the viewer and for the advertiser as well. It means you only pay when someone's really interested in seeing the ad. In display is the ad that can appear next to the video, in the list of suggested other videos that the person might want to see. It's usually going to be highly related to the ad, the video they're already watching, and your video will show up here in the corner. In search is when your video is going to come up as a search result to the keywords that they search for on YouTube. So if you are that local butcher, you might have a keyword such as, how to cook a steak or local butchers, and you can have your ad show there at the top of those results. We're just going to leave all 3 of these on. By leaving this as automatic here, we're just going to go for all 3 of those formats, and we're going to write a quick text ad to accompany our video. Something like top tips, online advertising. I haven't thought this through too much at the moment. Of course, you want to spend a little bit of time coming up with a really good text ad, but we'll just fly through this for now. And just direct them to the AdWords site. Okay, and that really is all you need to do. You can schedule your ads for particular times of day. You can even choose to increase or decrease your mobile bid adjustment depending on how many mobile users you want to reach. But essentially, we can just save and continue this. I'm being told I can't actually advertise Google.com. I didn't know that was a thing. Assuming this was my own website, this would have saved just fine. So let me see, what should I change that to? Well, I like this news website, so just temporarily we'll use this one. Verge have pretty good news. Okay, so the next page is going to ask us to choose things like how much we want to bid and the actual audience we want to reach. So the max cost per view is going to be about what you spend on a text ad. We recommend starting at something like 50 pence, seeing how that gets you and see if you need to increase or decrease it after a week. The big difference you'll notice on using video ads on YouTube is that you're paying per view. You're not paying per click like you used to. We're talking about trying to reach viewers here, so it is cost per view as opposed to cost per click. There's no gender or age that I want to particularly select, but I will select an interest. I click edit for interest categories, I can see it already suggests things like advertising and marketing. So since I was planning on building a campaign for AdWords, choose the AdWords, the advertising one, maybe the search engine optimization one. Computers and electronics, not so much. I'll go for those two and click done. Of course, you want to go through and pick any that are really relevant. Pick anything. If you sell bikes, have a look for any interest categories there. Just make sure you've got all the relevant ones. Now, target people who are searching. These are going to be for those in-search ads, the ones that come up as a search result. So we want to make sure these keywords are added. If we don't add these keywords, you won't be able to use the in-search format. So I like most of these selections already, so I'll just add a few of these. And we'll just save that targeting group. Okay, now I've actually finished setting up my campaign. I'm being directed to the billing page to set that up because it's not been done yet. But in your account, you might find that's already finished. So that's the end of setting up a video campaign. And that's all there is to it, really. I mean, you want to keep in mind that on your campaigns page, you're always going to be defaulted to the text ads section. From now on, you're going to see this in the corner, just so you can go in here and actually have a look at your video campaign and the statistics, how many views you're getting, how many impressions you're getting, and anything else you want to see reports on. So Sinead, are there any questions? Or?
Well, we do have two great questions. I really actually, just firstly, I really enjoyed that hangout. It was actually really informative because I personally really like image ads, and during my Top Tip Tuesday on Clearly Tuesday, I learned a bit more about them, and that was actually fantastic. So thanks, Emil, for being here with us. We do actually have two questions. So the first one, is comedy the most effective way to go in video ads? What seems to work? What do you think, in your opinion, works out?
Okay. I mean, personally, I like watching funny videos. I think on YouTube, comedy definitely works really well just for building an audience. I think for your ad, you really want to think about what's most appropriate for your business and your audience and what you're trying to do with it. I mean, just personally speaking, my favorite ad at the moment that many people might have seen is the Guinness ad, which isn't funny. It shows 5 guys who are in wheelchairs, and at the end you find out that only one of them is actually in a wheelchair. The rest are just getting in the wheelchair to play basketball with them. It's really inspirational. If you've not seen it, you should definitely check that ad out. It's not funny, but it is a really popular ad, and a lot of people have seen it. So I think it's just about finding the right one for your audience.
Perfect. I really like that ad as well, Al. I do. I have another question, and it's, are there stats on how long your video ad should be? Are you aware of any, Al? What do you think works best?
So the shorter the better, really, but you obviously want a bit of good content in there. You don't want it to be too short. With TrueView, the actual in-stream ads, of course, you get that 5 seconds. We'd say go for something around 30 seconds. That's a pretty typical TV ad. It would be a short TV ad, in fact, 30 seconds. Anything longer than 2 minutes, you're going to see a lot of people skip over that ad and tend not to watch it because it just tends to be a longer ad actually for people to watch. So remember, you're only going to pay for a view when people have chosen to watch the video. The advantage of that is, of course, you're only going to pay, but the disadvantage is if you have a long video that people choose not to watch, then you're not going to get much traction on your campaign.
Great. Perfect, Al. Thanks for that question, Alex. And Alex has another question. And it's, can you track conversions on price per view?
Okay, that's a really good question. The answer to it is you can track conversions, but the thing you always want to keep in mind is that's really not the ultimate purpose of video advertising, so you won't see great conversion rates, not like you would on text ads. Text ads target people who are there ready to buy, and when your audience is ready. Your video campaign is really about building that audience and building your brand awareness in either your local community or even wherever your customers may be. So the answer is yes, but it shouldn't be the goal of the campaign.
Great. And we just have one more question now.
Okay.
And it's how have big B2B businesses used YouTube for video ads?
Okay, so the honest answer is I wouldn't know any industry-specific results for business-to-business users. What we can do is maybe I can have a look and see if we can find something out and maybe share it in the comments on the video later.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks a Al. Yeah, we'll get on that straight away. And Al, there is actually one more question from Tyler, and it's: do you get charged for a view if someone leaves after only watching 25% of the video?
So the way view charging works is, so in TrueView, if you're talking about in stream, you're gonna pay for a view after that 5 seconds. Then in search and in display, you're paying for a view when someone actually clicks on the video because they've already chosen to actually go ahead and watch the video.
Perfect. Thanks, Mil, for answering those questions, and thanks, Mil, for everyone who actually asked them. It's good to get a bit of a question and answer session going on. If you're watching this on YouTube, guys, just remember to just subscribe to this YouTube channel because we actually post all of our office hours, our top tip videos, so you could be missing out. So you'll be able to come back here and watch all of the recordings and learn more about AdWords. Well, that's pretty much all from us today. I learned a lot about the power of video, and next week we have Alex and Josh who are going to be talking about image ads. And also, just don't forget that we are here to answer questions at any time. You can contact us through phone. We do offer 24 hours support chat. And we also have Twitter that you can reach us on at AdWords. So thanks everyone for joining. Really appreciate it. And hopefully you can join us next week with Josh and Alex. Bye everyone. Thanks a mil, Al.
All right. Bye. Thanks.